So what exactly does a community manager do? My name is Jacob. I work in community management, and this is part one of a series where I share more about what it's like working in community management. So first I should say I came into community management almost by accident. I had a prior life in higher education, came into community. I noticed that there were so many different ways I could utilize my skills that were super transferable from working in higher ed directly with students to working in community management, specifically in the tech space, running product and brand communities. My first role in community was at an ed tech or education technology startup called Fiveable, which supported students with their AP exams and their prep for those exams. Then I was at a startup called Alignable, which was kind of like a social network for SMB owners, SMB meaning small to medium business owners and entrepreneurs. And now I'm currently at an enterprise software company, which if you've been following me, you know is Slack, which is a Salesforce company. So I've seen the ed tech space in community, I've seen the startup space, and now the enterprise software space. And so at the highest level, you can think of community management in the context of, the work that I do specifically, which is what I can speak to. It's the strategic practice of building, growing, and nurturing and engaging a community of users, advocates, fans, power users, around brand loyalists, around a particular product, brand, or cause. Taking it a step further, the community function at an organization in this context isn't just a nice to have. Community is a strategic function. When managed well, it does many things. It improves customer loyalty and, people buy from brands they feel a part of. It can also help reduce the volume of support tickets that your team has to manage because ultimately you're creating a space for members to help each other. And ideally, you're boosting brand visibility at the end of the day because people are talking about your product and brand in a really authentic way, ideally, because you've created a space for people to do exactly that peer-to-peer knowledge sharing, which could ultimately turn into an organic post on social, which could then turn into a habit of that happening. The community function also helps drive product adoption. If you think about it, you're creating a space for the end user to engage with another end user or superfan or advocate, and they're talking about the product, they're evangelizing the product, they're asking questions and giving answers about the product. And so naturally, that creates a space for people to share product examples and use cases. The community function also contributes to market research because you're hearing how users are using your product. Come back for part two.